Today, people in Greene County marked 50 years since the deadly Xenia tornado. Special speakers, they paid tribute to the victims and their families outside the Greene County Courthouse. There was also special music from the Spirit Band of Flight at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. And that tornado killed more than 30 people, and the twister changed lives and the city's landscape. WHIO weatherman Gil Whitney broke into programming to tell residents to take cover. Now, some people who live there still don't like to talk about the tornado, but others told me what happened April 3rd, 1974 is so important they had to share their story.
This picture is the only picture that we had of them.
These are Janelle Robinson's parents, Oscar and Charlotte.
He was the postal clerk at the Wilberforce post office.
Her 44-year-old father was killed by the 1974 Xenia tornado.
I love my daddy. I love my daddy. He was a kind person, giving and loving. And he didn't play though, don't mess up.
The day before the tornado, Janelle sprained her ankle.
I stayed home that day on the April 3rd.
She was the last one in her family to see her father alive.
My father came home for lunch to check on me and see how I was doing. And, that was the last time I saw him.
14-year-old Janelle and her two younger siblings took cover at a neighbor's house.
If Gil Whitney hadn't come on, we wouldn't be here. I really, truly believe we wouldn't be here.
The kids were safe, but their father was not. The tornado hit the Wilberforce post office.
People had gone in and trying to dig him out because he was under, I guess the wall came down on him, as I understand, and he was crushed. They were trying to dig him out and try to get him out, but he was already gone.
It was tough on my dad to talk about this.
But Joe Kennedy's father, Jim, and his father and grandfather were invested in Xenia long before the '74 tornado.
When we got into business, it was in the grocery business.
But that business plan changed. The tornado would destroy Kennedy's Super Value, the family's largest grocery store.
You can't see me.
Bob Baltic pointed himself out in this photo taken at that grocery store. He was a manager and was at work April 3rd.
And I remember there was some lady, she was just standing out there. And I actually grabbed her, brought her back in, and laid down on top of her. When the thing hit, it just sounded like a train. The noise was just unbelievable.
When you think back, are you surprised you survived?
Yes, I think I am.
Bob worked for Kennedy's until the late 80s and went on to own his own real estate business in Xenia. Joe Kennedy's family, one of many who helped Xenia recover from the tornado.
That lot became a grocery store that was run out of semi-trucks to make sure that the people in the area could buy food. And then shortly after that, we did open up a grocery store.
But their business model would change.
We manage property, manage real estate.
Joe now runs Kennedy Property Group. He lost his father almost 3 years ago, but still talks about him.
I always loved that picture.
And his family's history with the '74 tornado.
The people that went through it are big fans of talking about it. I want to talk about it in a way that's respectful and to honor them for, sticking with it. I think it would have been easy to just pack up and leave, but most people that lived here and that love this city, they stayed.
50 years later, Janelle Robinson also thinks it's important to talk about her father.
I have to keep the memory going. I have to keep the legacy and the story going.
And the tornado that took his life.
I'm gonna keep telling it until I can't tell it anymore.
Thanks to Janelle and Joe and Bob for sharing their story.